I stuck to the Slim and Well plan for 7 days and these were the results. So you're probably thinking, Danielle, this isn't your first week on Slim and Well, and Danielle, this isn't your first time at Slim and Well, which is all correct. This is actually week 2 results, but the first week we didn't stick to it. We've never really stuck to it 100%, but the last 7 days before week 2 weigh-in, we stuck to the plan. Every little bit of it, from the healthy extras to the sins to the free food to the speed food, and this is a result we got from it. So if you didn't know, I'm on a weight loss journey and I have done Slim and Well previously. I was successful, then moved on to calorie counting, and I'm back onto Slim and Well. The reason I haven't been able to film this and upload this is because Harper has a chest infection. She's not been very well. She also suffers with asthma, so I have to really keep an eye on her when she has a bad chest because she has issues with breathing, etc, etc, etc. So that's why there has been such a delay in this video. But week 2, we need to cast my mind back to week 2 and how we got on for the 7 days of week 2. That was actually a really successful week. So I did start to feel a little bit more hungry and a little bit more tired, and I think that was just my body getting used to reducing the calories, but also the fact that I was introducing exercise as well. So week 2 I did a week out I worked out 4 days a week, and I was doing strength training. So I wasn't doing cardio, I was doing sort of 20 to 30 minutes strength training, just following it on the TV, no gym. I just got some dumbbells, which were a 5 kg dumbbell. They were heavier than I thought they were going to be. 5 kg doesn't sound heavy, but for me it was heavy. So it was really, I was really working out. I was really getting those muscles going and my body felt it. So although I felt really tired, exhausted, a bit hungry, I felt good in myself. I was feeling healthier. For example, like this week I've not been on planks, Harper's been poorly, and I can tell with my mental health, I can tell with my body, I can just tell with everything that when I switch my food from healthier food to not so healthy food, especially when it's just like a lot of it, I can tell a massive difference. And it's not so much what's on the scales or how I look mentally. It really does affect me, and it was such an interesting thing to see that because I think what happens is when you're eating unhealthy foods, you get used to just doing that and you don't notice like how you're feeling, because it's just, you know, it's just how you are, like that's how you see yourself because you've been doing it for so long. But then when you switch over to eating healthy, working out, you start to feel good. So then when you revert back to that, you really do notice the difference, and you really do feel like, actually that's not quite right, feeling like that. So that's been like a really interesting thing to figure out for myself, that actually eating healthy is not just about losing weight. It's actually just feeling really good about yourself, like mentally and physically, and that's more what I'm trying to concentrate on. I noticed that Slim and Well, it's really difficult because I love the Slim and Well plan. I just love the basics of it. Calorie counting, it's how you lose weight, but there's no sort of structure to it. It doesn't help you get those healthy habits and eat the right foods, whereas Slim and Well does. But I feel like Slim and Well is delivered incorrectly sometimes. I've been attending group and there's been a few things which have been said which I've not agreed, like I don't agree with. Obviously don't want to go too much into it because it's not really my place, but I can see why people find it damaging to their mental health and things like that, and I don't actually think that's a Slim and Well plan. I think it's how it's delivered. So I like the plan and I'm sticking to the plan, but I don't know if I'll be continuing to go to group and just do it from home instead. Let me know in the comments, like, how has your experience been? I just think, because I'm not saying that I'm really knowledgeable, but for someone who's like really into health and fitness, not that I, you know, not that I look at, but like I like the science behind it. I like researching it. So sometimes, and I have done a course on health and nutrition, so sometimes when something's said, I'm like, I'm just going to give a quick example. So it was said in my group, you go to group and you've gained weight, it's going to be because you've gone over your sins. That's the reason. and it was actually said that it won't be your free food and it won't be your speed food, it will be your sins, and that's why. Well, that's incorrect, because we all know it's based on calories in, calories out. So if you are like eating 3 bowls of pasta every day, there's a lot of calories in that, so you still have to be mindful of your free food. And also, if you've gained weight, you could have been completely on plan. It's your body can fluctuate, especially as a woman. You know, we know all these things can change our weight on the scales, and I really do think it focuses just on the scales, and I don't think that's going to be for every group, but it's just what I felt, and I don't like it. It's made me feel uneasy about the way I look. I went into town the other day and I was looking at, I felt disgusting. I was comparing myself to everyone. I was like, oh, she looks good. I bet she's around about my age and she looks so good. Like, she looks so slim. She looks so fashionable. Her hair looks lovely. I look disgusting. I was like, that's a horrible way to think about yourself. Like, what? Don't do that. So yeah, anyway, I've gone a bit off track, but as we are talking about the Slimming World plan, I've got to mention the cons as well as the pros. So the pros of Slimming World is the basics. They're easy to follow. There's no calorie counting. It is eating healthy food. The cons is I don't like the way it's delivered. I think that sometimes things are said without having the evidence and having the science to back it up, and that can be damaging for somebody who's on a weight loss journey, and for somebody and for someone who already has like an issue with food and already is like self-conscious of the way that they look and how they're eating and can take it really to heart. I don't like the whole you've lost a pound, you've maintained, oh, what's happened this week, has something gone a bit wrong? I don't like that. I don't like it. Some people do, but I don't like it. I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit shy and I'm a little bit socially awkward, but I just find it a little bit cringe. I don't think it's beneficial. I don't mind the certificates being clap clap for the certificate, you've lost a stone, clap clap, but not the you've gained this week, what's gone wrong, you've maintained this week, what's happened. Yeah, I don't really like that. I think that can be a little bit negative and a little bit damaging. So let's talk about my weigh-in results for this week, well, last week now. So the first week I was on plan, I wasn't on plan. I messed about and I maintained. The next week I was fully on plan and I lost 2 pounds, which for me is a good weight to lose. I don't want big losses, because what happens is if I'm having big losses, it means I've restricted my calories too much, even though we don't talk about calories, but basically that's what would have happened. If you restrict your calories too much, your body will get used to that. So when you come to a stage where you can't lose anymore, the only way you can lose more weight is to drop them even more. And if you're already really low, you don't want to be going down that route. So a steady weight loss at a steady amount of calories. I know we don't talk about that some more, but a steady amount of calories, making sure you're feeling fulfilled, you are eating that good food, and then obviously if you do get to the point where you stop it, you can kind of look into that a little bit more. So 2 pound loss for week 2. Week 3, so it is Wednesday today, which is usually my weigh day, which I'm not going to weigh in because of Harper being poorly. So whether I'm going to do a weigh-in at home, I'm not sure. I've already got a countdown for Slimming World, so I need to think about whether I'm going to continue going to group for the rest of those weeks, because my sister goes and she likes to go to group, and I said I would go, so it shows a bit of support. So I'll probably do those 6 weeks and then think about actually just joining online, or joining like I did before. I used to go get weighed and then just used to come home. So yeah, I think after this 6 weeks, I don't think I'm going to be stopping to group. I've tried it. A lot of people have said like how beneficial it is, and I think for some people it could be, but for me, I feel it's a little bit damaging for my mental health personally. When it comes to weight loss, I think there's more things to focus on than what's on the scales. It's more about how you feel, and it's more about making sure that you're eating the right foods that make you feel good and that are healthy as well. So that's my overall opinion on the matter. Let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? It's very interesting, isn't it? That's how we've got on. We are on Wednesday today. I'm not on plan today. I'm just kind of going through the motions at the minute. I'm hoping by the time I get to the weekend, things are going to be calmed down a little bit. I'm going to have a little bit of help at home. I can get the right food in and I can get back on plan, but I'm not too concerned. I want to get back on plan as soon as possible, but it's just not a priority at the minute. But I will be back on soon and I will be filming soon as well. So hopefully at the weekend I'll get to film because Dan will be at home and he'll be giving me that helping hand as well. But for now, that's everything from me, guys. If you're not already, I would love it if you could subscribe to the channel, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.